ahead. Let's continue. Now it's the time to put Haley. Oh, Haley, it's been a while since I've seen you. And the horrible event of Cinco de Mayo. No reason to ask tough questions. Okay, no tough ones. Just give her a recount of her experiences and try to generate some sympathy. Okay, try to avoid his shady life or speculation.
Want to take this one, Abby?
The people call Ellie Jensen to the witness stand.
Well, I'm scared. Abby's up here. Last time she was here, it was a gunshot. Almost killed her, and she freaked out. Let's talk about the night of the murder.
Mrs. Jensen, tell us how you discovered your husband on the night in question.
Well, I heard a sort of a thunk coming from outside the front door.
Did it wake you up?
No, it wasn't loud enough for that, but luckily I was awake. Noah, my baby, had just waked me for his usual feeding.
That at least conforms to Mr. Guzman's testimony. What condition was your husband in when you found him?
It was horrible. He was covered in blood, and he had this look in his eyes like he knew he was dying. I kept saying, "Who did this to you? Who did this to you?" But all he could do was move his mouth. I think he was saying, "I'm sorry."
And there was nobody with him?
Nobody. He was all alone.
Now this is crucial. Mrs. Jensen, what time did you discover your husband?
Just before 4 a.m.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes. I glanced at the clock when my baby cried at 5 minutes too. He always wakes up at the same time.
Thank you, Mrs. Jensen.
That is true. He always gets up 3:55. That's pretty good. That's pretty short.
So you finally come around, eh, Harlan?
If that's the way you want to look at it, Jack.
Great. What are you looking for?
No jail time. Mr. Guzman pays a fine and does 12 months probation.
Come on, he killed a man.
Actually, a rooster killed a man.
He sat idly by for 2 hours and let an innocent man bleed to death.
Probation? Hell yeah, there's gonna be no probation. The charge of murder applies if you feel like he acted premeditated. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this a little bit different. The charge of manslaughter applies if you feel Guzman didn't act recklessly, but didn't directly plan out that outcome. Okay, well, honestly, I'm not gonna give it murder, because from the way it looks, the dude didn't mean to kill him. You know, it's still shit what he did, and he should have been a better person for it. He shouldn't have fucked him over like that. Murder second degree? I don't know. Let's go over here, because I think this gives you... Oh, never mind. I thought I could look at the thing. We're going to go with manslaughter. But is that what they're asking? Because I'm not giving this guy probation. He's not getting probation. I'm not making a deal. We'll go manslaughter.
Man 1, he served 7 to 15 years, plus a $2,500 fine for cockfighting. How about it, Mr. Guzman?
2 to 5 years in prison, court probation, and admittance to a program for gambling addiction.
Gambling addiction? That's hardly the worst of Mr. Guzman's habits.
Do I accept? Fuck no. What I said goes.
So he can go right back to running cockfights? No deal, Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, because he got to pay for that, because you ain't going to go back out there and do that again, man.
Ricardo Guzman will never win any good citizenship awards. He's a devotee of cockfighting, a sport which many, no doubt, many of you here in the jury consider barbaric and inhumane. But it's important to appreciate that the defendant is the product of another culture. We mustn't let cultural differences blind us to his essential humanity. Consider Mr. Guzman's relationship with the deceased. He agreed to act as Mr. Jensen's mentor, not for money, but through mutual love of the sport. For many months, he patiently worked with him and trained with him. He became Mr. Jensen's mentor and his friend. And when the accident occurred, Mr. Guzman reacted as a friend would react, with care and concern. Perhaps he made the wrong decision in taking the injured man home. Perhaps you or I would have gone straight to the hospital. But remember, Mr. Guzman is an immigrant, an outsider, with an outsider's suspicion of big institutions. My client has lost a friend, perhaps as the result of his own mistake, and for that, he will suffer for the rest of his life. But Does he deserve to go to jail? Good people of the jury, I beg you, let's not compound one error with another.
I must say that was a very good closing statement for Fitzpatrick. That was a crazy. I like that. Yeah, I'm giving him a round of applause right now in my head. You kind of heard it behind the mic. Okay, let's see if I can top that, because that's going to be hard. Sway the jury with the facts and stay away from topics, because we don't want to talk about the culture. We don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about the 2 hour gap.
2 hours. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours. 2 hours between the time Neil Jensen was stabbed repeatedly, and the time the accused saw fit to do something about it. 2 hours of agony, of Mr. Jensen bleeding, losing strength, crying for help, for mercy. But there was no mercy, not from Ricardo Guzman.
Did I say she was wearing a beanie? Because I think it's a ponytail. Let's talk about the motor.
The accused knew Neil Jensen well enough to understand the limits of their trust. If the victim had survived the attack, there would have been questions. The story would have come out. Guzman's illegal operation would have been exposed. He would have faced prosecution, or loss of livelihood at the very least. He had a lot to lose and a lot to gain by doing nothing. The legal community has a phrase for this behavior: depraved indifference. None of us was in the slaughterhouse with Ricardo Guzman and Neil Jensen. None of us knows exactly what was going on through the mind of the accused as he watched his cohort writhe on the floor. We may never know exactly why he stood and waited. But we aren't being asked to judge Mr. Guzman's motivations. We're being asked to judge his acts, or in this case, his failure to act. And in this case, I think you'll agree, inaction speaks louder than words.
That's right.
Has the jury come to a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
In the charge of murder in the second degree, how do you find?
We find the defendant, Ricardo Guzman, guilty.
Damn.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. He got what he deserved.
Not much comfort to you, I'm sure.
It won't bring Neil back, but it gives me some closure. Will you be okay? I think he'll see to it. Right on schedule as always.
Know anyone who needs a nanny?
Mrs. Jensen let you go, huh?
That figures. I'm just one more thing that reminds her of Neil. And God knows she got rid of all his other stuff. His photo albums, his collections of rare books.
Well, different people grieve in different ways.
Yeah, I think she'll be doing her grieving in Aruba. She bought tickets yesterday.
You don't suppose... You've got a suspicious mind, Curtis. Up for a little field trip tonight?
Hold up. Oh, shit.
Five minutes to 2.
Right on schedule.
You think that means...
She couldn't bring herself to get rid of the rooster in the chicken coop, but the rooster in the house is a different story.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure I understand.
She went up on the witness stand and told the court that she found her husband at 4 a.m.
But she told us that her baby wakes up at the same times every day, and we heard the baby wake up at 2.
So, isn't it possible that the baby could have also woken her up at 4 a.m.? We're talking about a baby here.
You don't have any proof that Ellie Jensen is lying.
Which is why we need a warrant to search her brownstone.
And just what are you hoping to find?
Mrs. Jensen mentioned that she installed a nanny cam in her nursery. Those things have timestamps on them.
She might be lying or not, but the nanny cam always tells the truth.
Fine, I'll give you a warrant to confiscate the nanny cam, but only that.
Oh shit, dude.
Neil? Is that you?
2 a.m., Mrs. Jensen. Care to tell us why you waited so long to call 911?
I wasn't thinking straight.
Clearly.
I was just so mad. He promised me he was going to stop running around like a damn teenager, wasting our money and risking his stupid neck, all for the sake of his stories. He was going to calm down and be normal, a decent husband and father. He swore. I didn't want him to die. I just wanted to teach him a lesson.
I think he learned.
He obviously learned. Son of a bitch.
Jury just came back in the Jensen case.
And?
Guilty. Man 2, 10 to 20.
Looks like PS 84 is going to have to find themselves a new principal.
Good work, gentlemen.
How about we grab lunch? You still on that diet?
Nope. Ditched the health food. And, Julia.
Right on schedule.
And I feel great.
Any preferences?
Nope, I'm up for anything. Except chicken. For some reason that doesn't appeal to me today.
No wonder. That does it for this episode. I kind of feel bad that that dude didn't kill him in those 2 hours. Son of a gun. We put Guzman in jail. You know, they should have took the plea. I offered manslaughter. The dude didn't take it, so he went in for murder. So that sucks. But we got the wife too. We were a little too harsh on that one guy. Like I said earlier, should have took the manslaughter. But they didn't, so it is what it is. I guess time goes on, right? The woman, that was a good curveball at the end. I didn't expect that. I did know that the baby did wake up at something 55 every time. I didn't know it was 2 a.m. I honestly thought it was 4 a.m. I'm at 3:55. But yeah, like I said, that does it for episode 2. Good curve. That's the second curveball in a row. I like that. That's good. The last episode we had that gunshot out of nowhere in the court. This year it turned out that the wife killed her husband. Of course, the nanny's looking for a new job. She should hit up Curtis. You know, I think Curtis is needing a maid. Ellie Jensen. So that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. In the next episode, we'll hit up episode 3 because, like I said, I am loving this game. It is amazing. Can't believe I never played it when it first came out. 2012, I believe, when it came out. Is it 2010 or 2012? I don't remember. But we'll see you in the next episode. Copyright 2002. I think it's when Law and Order came out. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day. This is Abyss, BCS 512. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.